In the ever-changing world of royal drama, there's never a dull moment. Just when it seemed like the dust had settled, another bombshell erupts. This time, it's Meghan Markle versus King Charles, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The catalyst? Allegations of a fake birth certificate for Lilibet Diana and King Charles's bold decision to strip Meghan of her Duchess title. Intrigued? Keep watching, because this story is filled with twists, turns, and jaw-dropping revelations. Imagine waking up one morning to find that your royal title, one that defines your public persona, has been erased without warning or discussion. This is exactly what Meghan Markle reportedly faced after King Charles discovered what he claims to be evidence of a faked birth certificate for Lilibet Diana. But why would the king take such an extreme step? The move has sparked widespread debate, with some applauding his decision to protect the monarchy's integrity, while others accuse him of overstepping. Unsurprisingly, Meghan didn't take the news lying down, and her fiery response is setting the internet ablaze. Here's where things get murky. Rumors suggest that Lilibet Diana's birth certificate contains inaccuracies, discrepancies that have fueled speculation. Could this be a simple clerical error, or is there something more to the story? Critics argue that these allegations are baseless, pointing out the absurdity of faking a document so publicly scrutinized. Yet, the royal palace is reportedly investigating, and the drama continues to unfold. Once upon a time, Meghan Markle was hailed as a breath of fresh air for the royal family, a modern, relatable woman bringing a touch of Hollywood glamour to Buckingham Palace. But fairy tales rarely end as expected. From her tell-all interview with Oprah to her accusations of racism within the royal household, Meghan's journey has been fraught with conflict. Now, the loss of her Duchess title feels like the culmination of years of tension. Do you remember the bombshell Oprah interview? Of course you do. The revelations Meghan shared in that conversation sent shockwaves around the world. It was a rare, unfiltered glimpse into the royal family's inner workings, and it didn't paint a pretty picture. Allegations of racism? Check. Claims of isolation and mental health struggles? Double check. A firm refusal to play the game? Triple check. Meghan's candor won her plenty of supporters, but it also drew sharp criticism from royal traditionalists. The Duchess, it seemed, was unwilling to conform, and the establishment wasn't ready to bend. Stripping someone of a royal title is no small thing. It's a move laden with political and emotional weight. So, what motivated King Charles to act now? For Charles, the monarchy's image is paramount. In a world where public trust in institutions is waning, maintaining the royal family's credibility has never been more important. By removing Meghan's title, the king may be signaling a zero-tolerance approach to scandal. But here's the real kicker. Could this move be about more than just Lilibet Diana's birth certificate? Is it part of a broader strategy to distance the monarchy from Meghan and Harry's controversies? If you've ever seen a mother fight for her child, you'll understand Meghan's reaction. According to sources, she is livid, not just about losing her title, but about the implications for Lilibet Diana. "Don't drag my child into this," Meghan reportedly said, echoing the sentiment of parents everywhere who feel their children are unfairly targeted. Perception is everything. Meghan's supporters argue that the royal family's decision only fuels the narrative of her as a victim, a modern woman crushed under the weight of an archaic institution. Meanwhile, her critics see this as a long overdue reckoning. Now that Meghan has been stripped of her Duchess title, she finds herself in uncharted territory. Will she fight to reclaim her place within the royal fold, or will she double down on her role as an outsider? What does this mean for Prince Harry, who has stood by her side through thick and thin? Without her royal title, Meghan faces a critical question. How does she redefine herself? The Sussex brand has always leaned heavily on their royal ties. But now, Meghan and Harry may need to carve out a new niche, one that doesn't rely on their past. This isn't just a story about Meghan and Charles, it's a story about the future of the monarchy itself. As the royal family navigates scandals, shifting public opinion, and the challenges of modernity, decisions like these will shape how they are perceived for generations to come. At its core, this drama highlights universal themes: family conflict, the struggle for identity, and the tension between tradition and progress. Whether you're Team Meghan or Team Monarchy, there's no denying that this story offers plenty of food for thought. If there's one takeaway from this saga, it's this: authenticity matters. Whether you're a royal or an ordinary citizen, staying true to yourself is more important than conforming to expectations. Meghan Markle's journey, love her or hate her, is a reminder of the power of resilience in the face of adversity. So, what do you think? Should Meghan fight to reclaim her title? Or is she better off without it? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to pass this story along to anyone who loves a good royal drama. After all, this is one conversation we'll be having for a long time. While this royal feud may seem like tabloid fodder, its implications ripple far beyond the walls of Buckingham Palace. In many ways, it mirrors societal debates about power, privilege, and identity. Here are some key lessons we can glean from this ongoing saga. Traditionally, titles and institutions defined power, but Meghan's rise as a global figure shows how personal branding, storytelling, and authenticity can challenge old norms. Her success in capturing public attention, even as an outsider, demonstrates a new form of influence rooted in relatability and transparency. For the monarchy, this shift poses a challenge. Can they modernize their image to remain relevant, or will they cling to traditions that risk alienating a younger, more progressive audience? The media has played a central role in shaping how we view this conflict. Meghan and Harry, savvy media operators themselves, have used platforms like Netflix and Spotify to share their side of the story. Meanwhile, traditional royal reporting often frames them as agitators, disrupting centuries-old norms. This battle of narratives forces us to question the media's role in amplifying conflict. Are we seeing the full story, or just the version designed to generate clicks and outrage? At its core, this is also a story about family, a reminder that even the most privileged families face rifts, misunderstandings, and struggles to reconcile different values. The tension between Meghan and the royal family is something many can relate to. The challenge of balancing individuality with familial expectations. How do you maintain relationships when values clash? Meghan's situation invites us all to reflect on how we navigate our own family dynamics, especially when they become public, or at least the talk of our social circles. Prince Harry and King Charles' relationship has soured to the point that the father and son are no longer speaking, reports this week, and the reason is largely due to Harry's concerns over the safety of his wife, Meghan Markle, and children, Archie and Lilibet. Multiple sources close to Harry spoke to the outlet about what caused the estrangement. Another source addressed how Meghan feels about the situation. For context, since Meghan and Harry stepped back from their senior royal family roles in 2020, they lost their taxpayer-funded police protection that other working royal family members have. Harry has been in court, trying to fight for his right to pay for that level of security so his family can safely spend time in his birth country. He lost his case earlier this year, but plans to appeal it. Just last week, Harry made headlines for saying he won't bring his family to the UK, speaking out in the ITV documentary Tabloids on Trial. He explained that the negative tabloid coverage has increased their threat risk. All it takes is for one lone actor who reads this stuff to act on what they've read, and whether it's a knife or acid, These are things that are genuine concerns for me. It's one of the reasons why I won't bring my wife back to this country. The Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures is the organization that determines who receives police protection. Although King Charles has no governmental power in the UK, Harry believes Charles has some influence and could help reinstate the Sussex's security. Some of Charles' staff is on the committee. Still, the dilemma has taken a toll on Charles and Harry's personal relationship. It has also led to Meghan and Harry moving to California and taking the high-figure deals they have with Netflix and other companies so they can fund their own security. Their interactions have been limited, with the last face-to-face meeting occurring in February when Harry made a quick trip from California to London after the King's cancer diagnosis. This diagnosis, confirmed by Buckingham Palace, has brought the royal family into the spotlight, with many expressing their support for Charles during this challenging time. It recently conducted an investigation into the royal family's most popular Instagram posts, revealing that King Charles' heartfelt birthday tribute to Prince Harry ranked 6th among them. In September, the royal family's official Instagram account shared its first public message for the Duke of Sussex since 2021. The post featured a warm photo of Harry smiling, accompanied by a message that read, "Wishing the Duke of Sussex a very happy 40th birthday today." This gesture was met with an overwhelmingly positive response, as the post garnered over 429,000 likes and flooded the comments section with well wishes from fans. Despite the public display of affection, the underlying tension between Harry and Charles remains palpable. The Duke of Sussex has faced a tumultuous relationship with his family, especially following his decision to step back from royal duties. In August, Harry attended the funeral of his uncle, Lord Robert Fellows, where he was reportedly in the same space as his brother, Prince William, but the two did not engage in conversation. The royal family has received an outpouring of support from the public, particularly after King Charles shared his health struggles. The palace's statement, which was liked by over 1.1 million users, expressed the king's gratitude to his medical team for their swift intervention. It also emphasized his desire to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and to enhance public understanding of cancer. In addition to the birthday tribute, a source highlighted other significant posts on the royal family's Instagram, including Princess Beatrice's announcement of her second pregnancy, which brought joy to many followers. Another notable moment was footage from Trooping the Colour, marking King Charles' birthday parade, which also represented Princess Catherine's first major public appearance since her own cancer diagnosis. These glimpses into the royal family's life continue to resonate with fans, showcasing both their personal challenges and moments of celebration. The Duke of Sussex now has been embroiled in an ongoing legal battle over taxpayer-funded UK security protection for him and his family. After London's High Court ruled to strip the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of their protection in February, Harry has made it his mission to win it back, but has notably received zero help from the royals. Here, you have the infelicitous situation where the king's son is suing the king's ministers in the king's courts. That is pulling the king in three directions. You also have the situation where the king's son publishes accounts of private conversations, some of which have been, shall we say, wrong. Sources tell Hardman that the king worries his youngest son could put him on blast by saying Charles had privately offered him assurance on the matter, which in turn would result in the case's collapse. So, imagine the situation if the prince were to talk to his father about his court case and then later to describe that conversation, or worse, a conversation which was not entirely accurate. There would be serious legal jeopardy. Harry would only have to say, "My father said this," and the court case could collapse.